I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there today, where it's time to start diving into some rankings here for week one. In this show here today, the quick and dirty top 30 overall running backs and my top 24 quarterbacks for week one fantasy football. Hit that like button if you're ready for some rankings. We got Kyle coming out with wide receiver and tight end rankings later today. And if you're looking for flex rankings, that is a member perk this season. So consider hitting that blue join button, becoming a member. It's just one of the many perks you get here if you are a channel member. Loving some flex rankings here this year, but we're not going to waste any more time. We're diving right into the rankings and talking about our quick and dirty top 30 running backs. And that's right, it's the return of King Henry here. A great matchup for him going up against the New York Giants, but don't worry, I haven't lost it. Jonathan Taylor and his juicy matchup against the Houston Texans, sitting at number 2. Honestly, it's more like 1A and 1B at this point. Joe Mixon coming in number 3, a matchup going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Love the improvements to that offensive line in Cincinnati. 4, Austin Eckler. He has come out all offseason and talked about how he's scoring new fantasy points. We really don't know what it looks like on the depth chart behind Austin Eckler, but what we do know, in a matchup going up against the Vegas Raiders, we're going to see a lot of Austin Eckler. Christian McCaffrey, he's coming in at number 5. A difficult matchup for him going up against the Cleveland Browns. Does Baker Mayfield turn into dump off Baker Mayfield? And do we see a lot of receptions going the way of CMC? Number 6, his opponent in that game, Nick Chubb, going up against the Carolina Panthers with Jacoby Brissett under center. Expect a heavy dose of Nick Chubb. Number 7, Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. And he's got a matchup going up against the Atlanta Falcons. A great matchup for him, but what does this offense look like with so many more weapons than what we're really used to seeing over the last couple years in New Orleans? Number 8 is Dalvin Cook, Minnesota Vikings, going up against the Green Bay Packers. This offense is going to take a step forward overall here in Minnesota this year, and we expect Dalvin Cook to be one of the main beneficiaries of that. Number 9, his opponent in that game, Aaron Jones, the big-time playmaker in the backfield of the Green Bay Packers. We know the pass-catching weapons, not really what they have been in the past, so Aaron Jones heavily relied upon, got him at number 9. Number 10, Elijah Mitchell, San Francisco 49ers. A great matchup for him going up against the Chicago Bears, who could have one of the lower half defenses in all of the NFL, so he's sitting right here at number 10. Number 11 is DeAndre Swift, Detroit Lions, who's going to be going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Not the easiest of matchups, but it's the pass-catching upside that's really going to elevate DeAndre Swift each and every week. Number 12, James Conner, Arizona Cardinals, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we already know that we have no DeAndre Hopkins. Zach Ertz is not 100%. They're going to need to rely a lot on James Conner. Plus, we know he can catch the ball in the backfield as well. He's at number 12. Number 13 then is Najee Harris going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, and I kind of outlined this in an earlier video, maybe about a week ago. I'm just expecting a little bit of rust for Najee Harris. He didn't play a whole lot in the preseason, coming off of the sprained Lisfranc injury. Does he start a little bit slower? Of course, you're still going to start him, but I got him right here at number 13. 14 is Javonte Williams playing Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks. Does Denver get a big lead and rely on their running backs? I got Javonte Williams at 14. 15 is going to be Playoff Lenny, Fat Lenny, whatever you want to call him. It's now primetime Lenny on Sunday with a matchup going up against the Dallas Cowboys. We still don't know the availability for sure of one Chris Godwin, but what we do know is a whole lot of checkdowns going the way of Playoff Lenny. Leonard Fournette got him at 15. 16 is Josh Jacobs with that matchup going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, a Chargers defense which is much improved. That's why Jacobs is sitting at 16. 17, Damian Harris going up against the Miami Dolphins, a Miami Dolphins offense that has a lot of weapons. They need to keep the ball away from the Dolphins. How do you do that? You run the ball on the ground successfully and drain the clock. Damian Harris right here at 17. 18 is going to be A.J. Dillon, Green Bay Packers. Already talked about this matchup when we talked about Aaron Jones. Love A.J. Dillon and his potential for 15 to 18 touches a week. Got him at 18. 19, Antonio Gibson. He had to move up the rankings with no Brian Robinson. They're going to have to use him now. It doesn't matter how much he's in the doghouse. They're going to have to rely on him for the first few weeks. And with a matchup here this week, going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, obviously Antonio Gibson has a lot more value than maybe he had 2 or 3 weeks ago. Number 20, Kareem Hunt, another guy that's going to have to be utilized by the Cleveland Browns in the matchup against the Carolina Panthers. Not a whole lot of pass catching weapons here in Cleveland. Kareem Hunt could see some time in the slot. Got him inside the top 20 at number 20. 21, Saquon Barkley. I really wanted to put him higher here this week, but the Tennessee run defense is not only just looking pretty solid, I just like the guys ahead of him that much more. Do we see vintage Saquon? I'm not going to overdrink the hype juice here. I got him at 21. 22 is Chase Edmonds. They're talking about how he's limited in practice, and then he's tweeting like confused GIFs. So I really don't know. As of right now, I expect him to be on the field and a big-time playmaker for this offense in the short passing game in a matchup going up against New England. On to 23, which is going to be Rashad Penny. That Monday night game, a difficult matchup going up against the Denver Broncos, but it doesn't look like we're going to see Ken Walker. So it's going to be a whole lot of Rashad Penny. Do they get an opportunity to use him early, and can he make a big play happen? That's why I've had to drop him down here a few spots to 23. 24, Travis Etienne. Sounds like James Robinson is going to be a go, which means we're going to see less early down work for Travis Etienne, but I still expect Jacksonville to be losing a lot this year, having to throw the ball, and the chemistry between Etienne and Trevor Lawrence, we know is there from college, so he's sitting at 24. On to 25, that's where I have Breece Hall, New York Jets. Now, we know there's no Zach Wilson under center. It's going to be Joe Flacco. They're going to have to run the ball successfully for the next few weeks if they want to have a chance in a few of these upcoming games. Breece Hall still the best option the Jets have between the tackles. Yes, Michael Carter still going to be involved, but I got Breece Hall at 25. 26, Cam Akers. Thursday Night Football, difficult matchup going up against the Buffalo Bills, and I want to see if the juice is still there for Cam Akers, because the last time we saw him on a football field, I had my doubts. 27, Zeke Elliott. Yes, this is super low for Zeke Elliott, but the matchup is not good going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do not like how they lost left tackle Tyron Smith here just a week or so ago. That's really going to hurt the likes of Ezekiel Elliott. Difficult matchup, and got him at 27. 28, David Montgomery, Chicago Bears, running behind arguably one of the worst offensive lines in football, going up against the San Francisco 49ers, who are not bad against the run whatsoever. That's why David Montgomery sitting at 28. 29, Dameon Pierce, Houston Texans. So many people love this guy, but this is not a good matchup whatsoever going up against the defense of the Indianapolis Colts, which is going to shut down running backs this year. I got Dameon Pierce at 29. And 30, Ramondre Stevenson. Talked about this matchup with Damian Harris, and we expect them to really utilize the running backs in this game to keep the clock moving and keep the ball away from the Miami Dolphins offense. Now, there was a few other guys that I wish I could fit into my top 30. But I just can't, right? I can't fit 35 into 30. I tried. It didn't work. But what I will tell you is this. Here are the 5 guys on the outside looking in that I was trying to find a spot for. The first one up, Cordero Patterson of the Atlanta Falcons, Nyheim Hines of the Indianapolis Colts, J.D. McKissic of the Washington Commandos, Tony Pollard, who I really think is less affected by the loss of Tyron Smith than maybe a Zeke Elliott, because we could see Tony Pollard more in the passing game. And lastly, Melvin Gordon. If we get a lead late in Seattle when Denver up late, we could see a lot of Melvin Gordon in that game getting some garbage time points. Those are my 5 guys on the outside looking in. But now is the time where we head over to the quarterback position and look at our top 24 quarterbacks here for week 1. And number 1 really shouldn't be much of a surprise for me this week. It's Lamar Jackson going up against the New York Jets. Lamar Jackson going to have to put a lot on his shoulders. Could we see a 100-yard rushing game week 1 from Lamar? Potentially. That's why I got him at number 1. Number 2, Justin Herbert, because you better believe right now I'm feeling pretty fancy in a matchup going up against Las Vegas that could be very back and forth. The Vegas defense, not exactly elite, and Justin Herbert has weapons everywhere. Got him at number 2. Number 3, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos in that matchup going up against the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of people out there really don't believe in Russ, and that's okay. I still do end this Denver offense. I got him at number 3. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Arizona Cardinals. I honestly think Patrick Mahomes takes a step forward this year because he doesn't have to force feed the ball to the likes of Tyreek Hill anymore. He's gone. So now he's going to be able to spread the ball around and really catch people off guard because they don't know where he's going. Number 5, his opponent in that game, Kyler Murray. It's the rushing upside alone right here. Him having to take the game over into his own hands, maybe at times, due to the lack of some of the weapons that he he has on the outside. Number 6, Josh Allen, not much of a surprise here. And going into Thursday Night Football, a tough matchup going up against the Rams, could be very back and forth. Obviously, you have him, you're starting him. Number 7, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles. What does Jalen Hurts look like this year? Is he still running a lot? Are they trying to throw the ball more? If they're trying to throw more, is he successful in the passing game? Kind of waiting to see, but as of right now, still a super high upside in a matchup against the Detroit Lions. He's sitting at number 7. Number 8, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings, going up against the Green Bay Packers. The new look offense in Minnesota is something that could really benefit Kirk Cousins. Can we really unlock Justin Jefferson? Got Cousins at 8. 9, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team in which he beat twice last year. Does he come in here with a little bit of confidence? Because when he does, that's when he plays his best, and we know he's got the weapons to throw to. Tom Brady at 10. Primetime football in Big D against the Dallas Cowboys. Love to see the GOAT out there Sunday Night Football putting up some points. Got him at number 10. 11 is Aaron Rodgers. Even though he doesn't have that alpha wide receiver, it's still Aaron Rodgers, and he finds a way to make players around him better. Number 12, Dak Prescott in that matchup going up against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football. 13, Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins going up against the New England Patriots. This Patriots defense isn't as great as it has been maybe in years past, and there's so many weapons to account for on the Miami side of the football. Tua's going to have plenty of opportunities to not have to force it down the field. He could benefit from some yak yards. This week got Tua at 13. 14 is Derek Carr, a tough matchup for him going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. We don't know for sure if J.C. Jackson is going to be playing or not for the Chargers. There's a chance that he could, but still Derek Carr going to have to throw the ball a lot in a potential shootout. 15, Trey Lance, San Francisco 49ers, a great matchup for him going up against the Chicago Bears, which really are not the greatest of defenses overall. 16, Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee Titans. The key to this offense is Derrick Henry when he's healthy. Defenses account for it, and it opens up the passing game for Ryan Tannehill. Got him at 16. 17's Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams, a difficult matchup Thursday Night Football kicking off the NFL season against the Buffalo Bills. But do we really see a scaled back Matthew Stafford? Remember, he didn't have to throw the ball 40 times a game last year. They just didn't need to do that in this offense. Can he go out there, have less volume, but still be overly efficient? I think he can. This is still a difficult matchup. Got him at 17. 18 is Matt Ryan, Indianapolis Colts. Great matchup for him going up against the Houston Texans. Trevor Lawrence at 19. Jacksonville Jaguars probably going to be trailing. He's probably going to be throwing, going up against the Washington Commandos. So I got Trevor Lawrence sitting right here at 19. And then 20 is going to be Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears going up against the San Francisco 49ers. I love this kid. I really wish Justin Fields had more of an opportunity. I wish he had more at his disposal to go out there and put up fantasy points. He's going to have to run the ball a lot, and that's going to raise his upside a little bit. Got him sitting at 20. 21, Jameis Winston, New Orleans Saints. A lot of people, mostly Saints fans, hopping on this bandwagon and expect Jameis Winston to go out there and throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Again, I don't know if I see that right off the bat. How does he look coming off of a torn ACL? What does this offense overall look like? I want to see it before I boost him up too high. Got him at 21. 22 then is Mitchie Biscuits, Mitchell Trubisky, Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals could have a slight lead late in this game, forcing Pittsburgh to have to continue to throw. We don't know right now for sure the status of Deontay Johnson. If he does not play, that's going to be a big blow for Mitchie Biscuits. Got him at 22. 23, Baker Mayfield, Carolina Panthers going up against his former team in the Cleveland Browns. Does Baker Mayfield go out here and put on a bake show, or is it more of a bake sale where he's handing out interceptions left and right? Got him at 23. And then 24, Jared Goff, Detroit Lions, has some actual weapons to throw to this year in a game in which they're probably going to be trailing with the Philadelphia Eagles and having to throw the ball late in games, really racking up some garbage time points. So I got Jared Goff right here at 24. And there you have it, our top 30 running backs, our top 20 quarterbacks. Now, a lot of people will come to rankings videos and be like, I don't agree with this. You should have done this. And that's cool. We're not all supposed to agree on rankings. If we did, fantasy football would be pretty boring. You take the rankings, you take the information, and you apply it as much as you can to your league. And that's really all you can do with rankings. You don't want to just pull up a screen and just blindly follow something. Remember, this is your team that you own, and you want to make sure that you walk away with the championship trophy. But quick reminder, if you're looking for more detailed information on all these players, that can be found on the channel under our start and sit videos. Make sure you check those out if you have not already. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the day. We got more videos to record for you to make sure you have every piece of information you need to set a successful lineup here in week 1. But for now, hopefully you have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.